Hey y'all, welcome to Down Home Bites with Darlene. So as some of you know, we just made some homemade biscuits. So now we're gonna make some chocolate gravy. So hold on to your horses, this stuff is good. Okay, first thing you need to do is get you a saucepan. Mine's about that size. Spray it with cooking spray. First thing is so simple. First thing you wanna do is get that spoon out of the way. Get you a cup of sugar. You can also make a half recipe of this. I do that sometimes if it's just for me. So you do that. Then cocoa powder. So I just use just a dinnerware tablespoons, and I put in 2 heaping spoonfuls of cocoa powder. Okay, now I'm going to take a whisk and just kind of whisk that together. So, because you want it all mixed up here. Get that sugar down. Okay, last ingredient, well, next to the last ingredient anyway, is milk. Can't tell you how much it is. Just add a little bit at a time. Like this first, and then let's whisk it around. Okay, so you can kind of see how clumpy it is right now. So we know we want to add just a little bit more. You don't want to add a whole lot because you want it to be like a gravy consistency without using flour. Now I know I've said this over and over. I feel very strongly about somebody using flour in chocolate gravy. So it just tastes like pudding to me when it's like that. And this is a totally different taste. Okay, see guys? See, that's a lot better. I'm gonna add just a little bit tad more. There we go. I think that's going to be perfect actually. So we'll get, oh yeah, we'll get that mixed up. And now we're gonna go to the stove. Okay, we've got it over here on the stove. I've got my stove on high right now, and you want to continuously whisk it as you go so that it doesn't burn. This does not have to cook, but just, a little while until it is ready. So we're going to bring it to a boil first. Okay, as you can see, it is now starting to boil. So I'm going to let that do that for just a few seconds. There we go. And let's turn it down to medium. And then just keep kind of, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I've been kind of under the weather the last few days. So you see it's that rolling ball. Now you don't want this to cook a long time or you're going to end up having like candy. And really turn it off. Keep stirring it just a little bit. Okay, as you can see, I went ahead and cut one of my biscuits open. We're gonna pour this over it. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's just hard to believe it till you eat it. One of my stepsons, he had never heard about it before, so I made it while he was here visiting, and I got him hooked. So he loves me, and I'm glad of that. I love him too. So you guys, you got to give me a moment. Let me eat this up, and I'm actually going to come back with another recipe. Thank you guys for everything. And remember, for these ingredients, you need sugar, cocoa powder, milk, and that's it. See you next time. All right. here I am. I finished eating my chocolate gravy and biscuit this morning, and it was so good. And hopefully I don't have it all over me. But I want to tell you a little story. I think I've mentioned before that I got married a little over a year ago. So combined with my husband, we have 4 boys, 2 daughter-in-laws, and 4 granddaughters. So we have a house full. But I wanted to tell a little story about my son when he was little. He never has been a sweet eater. Even when he was really small, he wasn't. But one morning I had him, he was a toddler, I had him in his high chair, and I had made chocolate gravy that morning. And so while he was kind of playing around in his high chair, I went to the other room to make up the bed. And I started hearing this sound. I thought, what in the world is he doing? So I went in there and looked, and he had somehow maneuvered himself out of his high chair. He had the saucepan that had the chocolate gravy in it, and he had it, I guess he started with it to his mouth, but it ended up on top of his head. And so all you could see was this much of his face and chocolate running all down through here, and he was going, trying to get every bit of it he can. So I don't get to tell stories about him very much, but that one will never leave me. Hope you guys have a good morning and the rest of the day, and I'll see you on my next recipe.